All right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you once again for tuning in to another installment of the Rad Movement here on YouTube. I, as always, am your host, Robbie Rapole. And today, the topic I want to discuss is that fucking tattoo that I hated. Um, so, I had an experience with someone that I met on the road, and they were a nice person. We had fun together. We traveled together. And I invited them into my studio. We did a tattoo on me of my dog, Empanada. And he's my little buddy. He's my little prince. I love him. He's my pal. And when we were discussing what he was going to tattoo on me through the time that we were visiting together, we talked about a number of things, and I said, I really want this dog to be like funny and silly and goofy, and I want his like silly spirit to just like really show and shine through. And so what I got wasn't that. It was, and I agreed to this, so I should have been more, um, I guess, forthright with saying no. I want it more like this. But they took an image off of just Google and just kind of like worked off of that. But it wasn't my dog. It wasn't his face. It wasn't his expression. It wasn't his silliness. It wasn't his uniqueness. So fast forward some months, and I find out that this person is doing some shit that I really don't think is okay in the line of taking advantage of people, um, mainly women. And I had someone reach out to me to ask what I knew about them, and they said that they were going to go and, bring a case to Troy from Villain Arts, who's a large convention in the tattoo world, tattoo convention, and they were going to try and get him to be removed from the circuit because of all the times that women have come out and said, "Yo, this dude uh, isn't as savory as I thought." So now I got this weird experience of getting tattooed, and then this weird experience of finding out things about a friend that you don't want to find out. And then when I confronted them, it was like, oh man, well, that ain't the way it went down. And I was like, I was told otherwise, and I can't go back on that. So it was just really interesting to find out the things that I didn't love about this person and things that were non-negotiables that made it to where I didn't want to be in relationship with this person anymore. And it sucks because I like the person. They were fun to hang around with. But I can't condone that type of behavior. So let's go into the healing side of this and the healing properties of tattooing. So I asked Donna to marry me yesterday. And so the day before that was Saturday, and my appointment had to cancel last second. So I had all this like anxiety from, knowing I'm about to ask someone to marry me. And I was like just really having a hard day with it. So I came in, and that was when I decided, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this portrait of Empanada to cover this other picture of Empanada. And so I just, I went into my process and I made this tattoo, and I made it like this big. It's actually bigger than his actual head. And it's awesome and I love it. And I went in for about 2 hours, just a quick first pass, to cover the old tattoo immediately, but also to give me a good ground layer for what this tattoo is going to look like in the future sessions to come, because it's on me. I don't have any time or financial restrictions. I can tattoo myself every 6 weeks and just keep it moving until this tattoo is exactly how I want it to look. So I'm really excited to do this. But so I came in to do to kind of work through my nerves, right? But then I got this real mega wave of healing that came over me, because I realized how helpless I felt in that tattoo session. It's like, well, you're out here. I want you to work while you're out here. I want to pay you money for your work. let's do work together, and I'm just not really loving the work that we're doing, but I don't know how to come out and say that without offending you. And then so I imagine how all these people that got taken advantage of must have felt, because if this is the way that this person operates, then like, hey, yo, like, it's kind of fucked that you're doing that to people in different ways and like taking advantage of their bodies in different ways, from art to sex. And that ain't cool with me. So I didn't want this on my body anymore, and I didn't realize how badly I didn't want this on my body anymore for the negative feelings that that person brings me. The failure I feel around not being able to keep everyone safe, and the fact that it just wasn't my dog on me. It was just a cute Frenchie that looked like my dog, but like it didn't have his like spirit. And I captured that. It's a goofy upside down picture of him just like, with his tongue hanging out and his snaggle tooth sticking up. So like it felt like my boy. It felt real and it felt right because I had a vision for it. And this person didn't give me that vision. And I take full responsibility. I'm not mad at this person for the tattoo. I just really don't like that type of behavior, and I ain't about that life, so I can't wear that on me forever. So this has been a really interesting experience. Like I went home that night and I was really shocked at how like healing this experience was for me. I was like texting it to all my friends, and like I shared about it on social media like instantly. And I was just like, man, I need to talk about this tattoo experience and what this felt like. And like what I didn't realize, so like I do this healing stuff with people all the time in tattoos, but I didn't realize like I'm actually like doing this, right? So like when you tattoo yourself, you're still getting the healing elements of the tattoo. So like watching this tattoo disappear, and I've seen this happen in so many people's lives. One of Donna's best friends, I almost called her my wife because I'm almost allowed to, because she's my fiance now. But one of Donna's best friends, she got a blackout sleeve, and once we covered some of those old tattoos, she started crying and telling me like all the stories about how like she's feeling like she's being freed from this, because like these tattoos were put on in bad emotional states from, manipulative people that were taking advantage of her. So I was like, damn dog, like this is wild, feeling that myself from what I just thought was like, oh, well, I want this tattoo gone and I'm really anxious, so like let's work. So it's really interesting that like I still firsthand get the healing side of getting tattooed from myself, even though I didn't expect that to happen. I just wanted a cool tattoo that I felt connected to. So I think the reason why I'm telling this story is to let people know the healing powers that are in covering a tattoo, that you don't feel good about the artist, that you don't feel good about the way the art makes you feel, a combination of both, or other things that I didn't even outline. So if you're in a position where you feel any of those ways and you want to get free from the situation, start with considering a cover-up. I just had a client go through this with a scar cover-up as well. So if there's a part of your body that you need to reclaim, getting tattooed is a really healthy, healing way of getting this emotional reclamation of that body part. I cover my stretch marks with tattoos to feel better about the way that my body and skin looks. I cover old tattoos that I don't love anymore. I cover tattoos of people that really don't serve me anymore. And it's weird because I've got a lot of cover-up work going on right now. But this one was just so specifically meaningful to just have it scrubbed out and to realize that I learned from that situation. And I'm very happy to have learned from it, but I'm sad to see the damage that was done to people in the process. And I didn't realize how much damage was done to me in the process. So I've been learning a lot about healing myself and like going on these personal journeys lately, and it's been wild where the places you find the healing. So it's really impressive what a tattoo can do for the way you feel about yourself, just by like feeling good in like this vanity way, but it's also like deeper than that. So yeah, tattoos heal motherfuckers. It's some real shit, and I love it. And it is a modality for healing, 1,000,000%. When you come in through these doors, You leave and your body is forever changed by the art that your artist has put on you. So like, it's a beautiful, powerful thing. So if you were thinking about getting tattooed for the sake of reclaiming a part of some of your story, do it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And even if it's not me, I promise you, you will find healing in getting these pieces of artwork covered, or these scars covered, or even just getting the artwork that you've always wanted. So, yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for your support. If you dig this, like, share, subscribe. If you have any interest in having me personally guide you through a tattoo healing session, go to radinkflorida.com and hit the book now button. We can do a free consultation from anywhere in the world. I just did a consultation over the phone with somebody before I got on here. So let's heal together. Let's grow together. And let's get rid of these fucking tattoos that we hate together. I'm Robbie Rapole. This is the Rad Movement on YouTube. I'm Rad and so are you. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you next week.